some noise for your next comedian coming up, Ron Finger.
Thank you very much. All right, hey, do you ever call a woman's butt her monkey dumper? Hey, Eddie Van Halen, talking to you. No, you shouldn't, right? It's rude. No class at all, right? What do you call a woman's butt? Her ass. Give it up for this guy, man. No frills there. Does he, when you go home, is he like, give me some ass? And you're like, fucking get to work. Do your chores, Eddie Van Halen, you fucking bum. All right. Hey, people are like really butthurt over the Olympic, like, opening ceremonies. Maybe you don't pay attention to reality, but the Olympics is something that happens where people play sports, and it's really important to athletes. And they have this thing called the opening ceremony. And that's when all the athletes show up and they, wave their flags and stuff. And this year in France, they had a bunch of degenerate sex stuff in the opening ceremony. And people are like, oh my God, that's so offensive. And I'm thinking, you probably have never been to France, right? Because it's not very French if there's not degenerates having sex all over the place, right? Have you heard of Henri Toulouse-Lautrec? No, of course not, you uncultured savage. Well, he was an artist who looked a lot like John Leguizamo. And he was a pervert who was just basically 2 billion herpes viruses holding hands and speaking French at the same time. And you don't know much about Greek culture either, because I don't know if you've heard about this. The Greek shower, that's people peeing on each other for recreation. Yeah, they invented that in Greece. That's a historic fact. And the Olympics itself, like in the Olympics, in the original Olympics, you'd have 2 guys who would tie their dicks to each other and then tug a war to see who wins, and the loser had to have sex with the winner. And that was just the meet and greet. The original Olympics was full. It was so full of sex, it was a lot like gay porn. Way before they had videotapes, right? That's how on point Greeks were with their degenerate sex. They invented gay porn 1,500 years before cameras. That is some I got to admire that you are swinging for the fences, Greece. But if you're upset about degeneracy and debauchery and the Olympics, maybe it's you, redneck. I don't know, because I'm open-minded. I like to, I appreciate conservatives. Maybe be conservative with how butthurt you are over the Olympics. Okay. Speaking of butthurt people, can we have a moment of silence for guys with face tattoos? Please, just, when you get a face tattoo, do you gotta show the tattoo artist on the doll where society hurt you? Do you gotta tell him oh, society touched me right here on the wiener, put a dragon coming out of my tear duct, please? I'm kind of it was kind of cool for a second until Machine Gun Kelly was born. And then you're shoplifting culture, okay? You're not. A face tattoo, you used to have to be a badass, murdering, raping, fucking killer to get a face tattoo. Now it's just any fucking dude whose baby mama treated him bad on Thursday. Didn't take him to Steve's for a hot dog. Now I'm gonna get some stitches inked on my face, please. And what is it about getting a face tattoo that makes you want to go on a Carnival cruise? You never been? A Carnival cruise is almost like face tattoo con. right? It's almost like, it's like diet prison, right? Carnival Cruise, they get everybody with a face tattoo on the same boat, and they're just like, all right, it's a race to have sex with your cousin, and everybody tries to win. Did you know that if a Carnival Cruise ship hits an iceberg, the Coast Guard rushes out to see if the iceberg's okay? Make sure it doesn't have any STDs. Right, like, people feel sorry. If a Carnival Cruise were to sink, like the Titanic, people would feel sorry for the iceberg for having touched it. That's how dirty they're just basically like a floating Waffle House and a Johnny on the spot fucked and created a Carnival Cruise ship. All right, you guys are beautiful. I'm gonna do my Deadpool and Wolverine review here. Did anybody go see it? Everybody? Because this is a spoiler free. I'm not gonna ruin it for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. But who said that? Get a fucking life! All right. Here's my review. It's fucking awesome. If you didn't like it, fuck you. Oh, it had too many cameos. Fuck you. Oh my God, it didn't have enough heart. What? It didn't have enough heart. They were stabbing people in the heart, left and fucking right. Had a lot of fucking heart and a lot of blood. And I think at least one dildo, which made me a little uncomfortable. And no tits. God damn it, Hollywood. Can we get back to like 1982 where every cool movie had a gratuitous shower scene? Thank you. Good night, everybody. I love you.
Yeah! Give it up one more time for Ron Finger. All right, now let's give it up for your next comedian, Nick Farner.